Hi there YouTube, this is Daniel back again with another YouTube video. It's time for another Instocktrades haul video, and this time around I have a bunch of books to show you, a couple of trades, some hardcovers, omnibi, library editions and absolutes. So it's quite a nice stack of books I have here beside me, and some of them, or most of them, are just to follow up on certain series that I'm reading and are collecting. Let's start up with those trade paperbacks. And the first series I'm gonna show you is from a creative team that I have come to enjoy reading from. They are currently releasing a series in singles called Hadrians Wall. It's a mini-series, gonna finish at issue 8 in June, and I really enjoy reading that one, so I figured why not to try a series that they created before that one, called Cowl. And the creative team I'm talking about is Kyle Higgins, Alex Siegel and Rod Rice. I really like Hadrian's Wall. The artwork is just awesome, and I figured why not try their first series, Cowl. I think it's something about like World War II or the era of World War II and like the 40s, 50s, and superpowers, basically. But other than that, I really don't know much about it, but it seems intriguing enough. And the next series I'm gonna show you is from Warren Ellis and Jason Howard. It's Crease, it's volume 2, and I really liked volume 1. It's about these structures that they call like Crease. They're huge, just from outer space, landed on Earth and just stood there idle for many years, and people just got used to them. Some people are like worshipping them, and some people are investigating certain phenomena around these structures, and like cities are being built or has been built around them, and things happen with these structures, and yeah, it was really interesting. It's difficult to explain without spoiling too much, but I have been looking forward to continuing that series, and this, I think, concludes that series so far. I haven't seen any solicitations for future issues, and it was released very sporadically once it was released, and this collects issues 9 to 14. And then we have another trade paperback that follows up a series that I've been reading. Really love this series. It's by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. Descender Volume 3, it's called Singularities. Just love the artwork in this, the watercolors, the beautiful landscapes, spacescapes, whatever. It's just awesome. I really like this series. Hopefully it's gonna continue in the same vein as they have throughout the first volumes. And this one collects issues 12 through 16, so 5 more issues of this series. And there's a volume 4 being released soon enough, so I'll have to pick that one up as well. The next book is a oversized hardcover from Vertigo, and I really loved the first book in this deluxe edition format, and I have like 4 of them, and now this one will conclude the series, and I'm really happy to have it. It's Scalped by Jason Aaron and R.M. Guerra. It's such a awesome, gritty noir style story. Really enjoyable. The artwork really fits the tone of the book, or helps deliver the tone of the book. So I'm just excited to finish the series with this hardcover here. And to continue the hardcover part of the haul, I have another book that finishes a series, and this is by IDW, and the book I'm talking about is Lock and Key, deluxe edition book 3, and this one collects Lock and Key Clockworks and Lock and Key Alpha and Omega. There are different editions of the Lock and Key series. There's these ones, Master Key Edition or Master Editions, and then there are those hardcover, regular size hardcovers and trade paperbacks. So if you can't find these, then there are at least others out there, other formats out there. But I'm really happy to have the full series in this format, and now I will finally start reading it, since I decided to wait reading it until I had all 3 of them. Coffee break. And the next book I have is a Marvel omnibus. It's one of those thinner ones, but I don't mind. It's really a nice book. It's Miss Marvel. I have heard so many great things about this series, and I decided to try it in a trade paperback, but then again I decided to wait and get the hardcover instead. But then they announced this, and I got this one instead. So hopefully they're gonna end up putting out another one of these omnibi, continuing the series in the Marvel Now version of the character. But this one collects a bunch of issues, like 19 of the series, and then a bunch of others, like the Avengers and stuff like that, some Spider-Man and such. So it's gonna be nice to read this one, to see what the fuss is about. And the next book I have is another omnibus, this time by DC and Jeff Johns, and of course it's Green Lantern by Jeff Johns, book 2, volume 2, omnibus volume 2. Yeah, I really enjoyed reading the first one. That was a thrilling ride. I really do enjoy reading the cosmic stuff, and this hopefully will take off right where the first book left off, with the Black Lanterns sort of rising up. And yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a lot of different lantern rising up here in this book here. So it's gonna be an exciting read with this one too. And the next book I have is a Dark Horse book, and I recently decided to start picking up the Hellboy series, and I decided to pick it up in these library editions. And I borrowed volume 1 from a friend and really enjoyed it. So I decided then and there that I'm gonna collect the whole series in library edition. And this is volume 5. It collects Darkness Calls and The Wild Hunt, and it's written by Mike Mignola, and I think it's drawn by Duncan Figueredo. It looks really interesting, this premise of these books, and of course I had to pick up volume 6 as well, so now I'm only missing book 3, but I haven't been able to find it on Instocktrades or any other retailers, but crossing my fingers, I will hopefully find it soon enough. And volume 6 collects The Storm and the Fury and The Bride of Hell, written by Mike Mignola and drawn by Duncan Fegredo. And these two books are really a lot thicker than the other ones that I've been looking at, the 3 others I have, which is a nice little And the next book I have, it's an Absolute by DC, and this has been suggested for me to pick up by a few of my viewers, and I have seen a couple of those reviews, one of them by Joachim Comic Center, and it got me really interested in the book. And I know it's like a standalone type story, but it really intrigued me with the reviews I've been seeing, and the look of the book really speaks to me as well. And it's All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. This collects the entire run. I think it's 12 issues. It looks really awesome, and I'm basically starting off an Absolute collection now, I guess. And the last book of the haul, it's continuing another series that I've been picking up lately, and in a special format. And it's the 6th Gunslinger edition, volume 3. Just lovely books, fantastic presentation. The first one had this coffin-like style book or slipcase, and the other 2 have been this more standard slipcase book. And these are not numbered and signed by the creative team. It's written by Colin Bunn, drawn by Brian Hurt, and colored by Bill Crabtree, I believe. And this is numbered at 456 out of 500. So this is limited to 500 copies, and it's really nice to have some sort of exclusive book in my collection. And in the fall this year, we're gonna get a 4th volume in the series, and hopefully we're gonna get a 4th edition or 4th volume in this edition too. So it's gonna be really nice to, I think, finish the series. And then there's also those side stories and miniseries that they might collect in a similar format, hopefully. So that's it. These are the books that I picked up this time around. I'm kind of excited about these. If you have read any of these, if you want to know more about them, if you want to know what I think about them, if you want to review or just discuss some of these, or if you have any other suggestions for books to pick up, just hang around and leave a comment down in the comment section down below, and let's have a discussion. Until next time, have a great week of reading, and see you around. Bye bye.